Alright, this is an extremely graphic video, and the only reason I'm sharing it is because I had to learn most of this stuff on my own. Now, when I left the hospital, they gave me some brief instructions. An ostomy nurse came out, walked me, talked me through it, but you know, my puny brain, I didn't retain much, and I had to learn a lot. So, like I said, there's no ostomy nurses in this area, and I was supposed to have in-home nurse care, which never happened. All right, here goes. So, what I do, tuck in a little towel, make sure I put a towel on the floor, and this part's a little gross, try not to look at it, but we're gonna change the bag. All right, this is adhesive remover. This stuff works fantastic. Without it, these things would never come off, and if they did, they'd tear all your hairs out. And they're still tearing my hairs out. You can see this is silicone based, and it undoes the glue real nice. Ooh, there it is. A little blood's normal, so they tell me. I'm gonna use baby wipes. That's a lot of blood, but they say it's normal. Now this is both halves of my intestine, so when I get the reconnection surgery, they're gonna cut this loose, pull it back out, sew the two halves of the tube together, stick it all back in. But right now you can see it's under my skin, and it's a little herniated, but pretty gross. Just got to make sure this is super clean. You can see they cut me from my belly button all the way down to my waistline. Now, this cut in my belly button hurts so bad. This was the worst of the whole procedure. And there's still a little scabber in there that I don't even dare touch. So if you know your size, now normally I would do this all in advance, because this thing can leak anytime it wants. But I have not eaten in a few hours. But this thing's gonna stick on this way. So I have to cut this hole. And I know the size and the shape. So I just go right in here. I know it's just under 2 inches this way and just over 2 inches that way. So I just cut around this 2-inch mark. And that's the top. And I know I got to take out extra here. And that, there's the shape. All right, take off this protective film. This is Stoma paste. This works like caulk. You get it just inside here. This seals, so none of the poo, I'm just gonna call it the poo, can touch your skin. This is very important. Your stomach acid that comes out of here is very caustic. It'll burn your skin. So this will prevent any of the fluid from getting to my actual skin. Now this is my intestine turned inside out. This is the only part of your body that can touch the poo. Even like if you pulled your intestine out, the outside portion of it cannot touch the poo. You'll get infected, you'll get sick, you'll even die. So this has to sit for 1 full minute. And this is alcohol based. Let me tell you, this stuff burns. And it's alcohol based, so it dries quickly. All right, this here is the Stoma powder. We'll get plenty of that on. This protects the skin. Just wipe off all the excess. I don't know how this stuff works, but I can tell you it works. Without it, you really have a potential of getting your skin burned. Now, I was supposed to have a stoma nurse. They weren't even going to let me leave the hospital until I got a stoma nurse, but there are none. So, ladies, if you're looking for a career, become a stoma nurse. Look, it's starting to weep. They call it talking. It's talking to me. But nothing sticks to this. This is bizarre. It's, I guess, designed to repel the poo. But the skin barrier, nothing sticks to it. Everything sticks to your skin. Alright. This is fast dry skin barrier. This helps. You don't need much. Just mist some on. And then let that air out for a minute. Alright. It's drying. You can see how herniated that is. It's just bizarre. Alright. Now I just put this on. Then I kind of lasso the rest. And there's the actual holes on this side. So I got to make sure that part is clear. And that burns. Whoo, baby. It's the alcohol in the paste. But it's made to fast dry. So once you get that set, that's stuck on there. Then you peel off this backing. And then this outside portion is like surgical tape. Normally I'd have this all put together. But I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. Make sure that's on there real good. And normally when I have it off, then I take a shower. And that's a great time to take a shower. You can scrub your body and not have to worry about, you know, having this thing attached to you. And this is the other annoying part, is that it covers your belly button. These are the bags. And these things are really hard to open. So what I do is I fold it open, crease that real good. So that's going to make it easier to open when the time comes to empty this thing out. And then you just roll it up. And this Velcro is tough. So what I do is I break it in a few times. Open it and close it. Now again, I would do all this while my other bag was still on. But I'm just doing it for y'all. Okay. Just enough room to get your fingers back there and snap this all shut. You have to go all the way around. And there it is. She's sealed up. This part tucks into here. And you can see this design is not see-through, so nobody has to look at your nasty bag. But the clear ones are good because you can tell when it's clean or what's going on. But there it is. And hopefully in the next few weeks, we can get this thing off and try to go back to normal. I had been sick for 3 years now. And I was getting worse and worse. And I've been trying to get work done. I'm trying to get it looked at. And it's been a nightmare. Well, Christmas Day, I had a complete blockage. And this is not the first time. It's actually the 4th time I went to the emergency room for complete blockage. But this time they gave me a CT scan and had a perforation in an air pocket. I mean, gas was filling in my chest cavity. So I was rushed into emergency surgery and I almost died. So the doctors saved my life. That's how I ended up here. Hopefully, I don't know if this is going to cure my condition that I've been battling for the last 2 years. But as soon as they did this surgery, I felt so much better. I believe my intestine was leaking the whole time. And it was making me sick on a daily basis. And as soon as I did this surgery, I had a headache that lasted for years. The same headache and the same headache. Sometimes it would go away. But for the last several months, 3-4 months, I've had the same headache
24 hours a day. And I've been taking 4 ibuprofen every 8 hours just to deal with the headache. And after the surgery, the headache was gone. And I believe that headache came from being toxic from the poop escaping into my stomach. So anyway, I hope this helps. I'm going to get the reconnection surgery. I'm all good there. They gave me an enema test, which is, don't ever, oh, it was horrible. Worst experience of my life. But, and they were training, so they were explaining everything to this new nurse. And, oh, they're like, okay, now inflate the balloon. I'm like, what? And they inflate a balloon. And then they pump the fluid in, release the pressure. Oh, it was bad. And then they x-ray you. You gotta roll over when you got a tube in your butt and all this pressure. And you gotta keep rolling over so they can get x-rays from every angle. Oh, it's horrible. Anyway, it's worth it. I'm gonna get reconnected and there'll be an update on my medical condition. The good news is, sick that I've been feeling for the last 3 years is gone. And granted, I have a great big hole in my stomach. I'm pooping into a bag, but I do feel way better. So, fingers crossed, when they hook me back up, my condition improves. I don't go back to usual. And thanks for watching, guys. Now remember, there's hope. The condition we all suffer from, hopeless, the cure is hope. See you guys.